Hey, I'm just back at the garage floor we poured yesterday. I got news that there was a lot of cracking going on over here. And I just wanted to show you the situation. I mean, it makes no sense. Look at the cracking, man. It's
down here.
Take a look at this. Just totally random.
All of this, right? And then the next truck pull that board right there. Bring it through, or do we want to try to go?
See, that square cracked about 4 or 5 times in different directions. Every joint is cracked. And oh, let's take a look at this one. This one too, same deal. Cracks everywhere. Look at that.
Because they're stabilized.
There are cracks everywhere. You can see the curing compound on here, and it was a perfect pour. But look at this.
If they did something fucked up on this.
Look at the cracks, man.
So we actually saw.
Let's look at more of it. My God! Oh, here's some more cracks.
I just see it.
Look at this. This is the day after. And these joints are about what, 10 by 8 sections?
They're 10 by 10.
10 by 10s.
Exactly. This is 40 by 30. These are 10 by 10.
And we got rebar at 3-foot centers. Look at this.
Cracks.
I know.
It's like that walkway over
Look at
the
that.
other new stuff.
Get in there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, you see
One,
this.
little blonde
And then it comes this way.
This is what's holding those. That's fine.
There's like 3 cracks in every 10 by 10 section. It just completely shattered.
Everybody shades their goat
Look at this.
today.
This is like a spider web.
Right.
Here. Then it spiders out right here.
Well, I have boxes of voltage transfiber.
This is amazing. This is bad concrete. So if anybody's got any other ideas about what causes that kind of cracking, you know, on the next day, I'd like to hear about it. I mean, I'm thinking it's the concrete myself, you know, because I've been doing this about 45, 50 years. I lost count, but dealing with concrete, and I think that's a big part of it. The concrete quality is just not really there. But anyway, give me some little feedback. Maybe someone else knows more than I do. Let's get down to this right here. This is the pour. This is the next. This is about the 3rd day after that first pour. And if you wanted to see how we poured that, how it went down, go back to the previous video. We'll put a link in the description so you could check out the first pour to see what we did wrong there, and maybe some suggestions that stop this from happening on this pour right here. We don't even know what's going to happen here at this point because we're using the same concrete company. Here's Brian, the homeowner. He's wrapping all the pipes with foam. That's a good idea when you're coming through the slab. In case the concrete shifts, you have a little space there to protect your pipe from snapping off. So far, we've got a couple loads down into this footing. A lot of backfilling to happen. Here's Steve right here. We've got Steve, Joe, Braxton, and Greg. We're gonna have Greg on the rods. I'm on the come along right here with Braxton. The way a lot of this, we didn't set too many screeds. What we're gonna do on some of this is just laser some cow patties in. We're gonna drop some cow patties here and there, laser it in, and then throw a wetty off of that. Right here we have a screed, but there's a point when we get to the other side that we just start dropping cow patties. Joe will show that pretty soon here, how he gets them nice and flat before we pull wetties off of them. But it's going down nice right here. We've got, this is a 3000 PSI. It's got some fiber in it. This is just your 3/4 rock. Now that garage pour, there was a little bit of mixed design difference there. And that it was a blend. It was like 3/8 and big rock mixed, which is really the preferred mix out here. It goes down easier and you still get the same strength. But in this case, we're using just straight 3/4. I mean, it doesn't seem much different to me, but if you can compare this pour to the previous, might give you some clues as to why it cracked. And there is a high probability that the wind may have caused the cracking on that first pour. A lot of the work here the homeowner has done on this job. He did pretty much the setup, the grading, most of the plumbing. He actually pulled his own permits. He drew his own plan. So we're just in here and we're placing the concrete. The concrete that was ordered through Kenny and was to the specs that standard out here. I think the plans call for like a 2,500, but this is a little bit above and beyond that. Now is the time when the cow patties went in. You can see there's no screeds over there. There's the wetty off the cow patty, and now they're just coming down on it. The roller temp worked out pretty good. It was almost too wet for the roller temp. So actually, I think our last couple loads got even wetter, so the roller temp wasn't really ideal. Probably would have been better with a hand stamp, you know, like a jitterbug. When it gets that wet, you got to use a jitterbug really. Now this job, and if you had watched the previous video, you'd know that the way we're going to be joining this, the way we're going to use crack control in this one, you can see that the garage floor was cut and jointed the day of. This one we're going to joint, we're going to use a cutter, but we're not going to leave the joints open. We're going to cream them back in and just let it crack where we broke the rock. And then I'm going to show how that worked out the next day also, whether or not the cracks followed those lines. This is a 5-foot fiberglass full float. Now I'm just catching some edges right here. I think this is the last load. Yeah, see, we're not using the roller tamp on this one right here. There's no roller tamp marks. I think that's where we stopped using it right here. It just got too wet.
You want another pole?
Oh, there was one other thing that we did on this one. Well, actually, both loads had it. The garage floor had a retardant in it, and this has a retardant. I think we went with, I think he put 2% retardant in here. You can see the long cutter going in right now. Kenny's joining that. And what he did was he just put some nails, some 16 duplex, where the joints go. So he's just eyeballing. There's no dry line snap at all. It's just eyeballing it across, which you can do, you know, when you have a long 5-foot cutter, because if you start it straight, it stays on that line. It's kind of like looking down the barrel of a gun. because you have that long joiner and then you have a target at the end, and that's how you aim it. What would be kind of interesting is putting a laser on the top of your cutter, and then have a target at the very end so you can see the laser dot, and then you could really dial in where you're going to land it. Here's the joints. See how they're kind of rough looking? They're not really cleaned up. That's because we're going to power trowel right over them and close them up 100%. But it should crack right on those lines because we've separated aggregate, and we're really not moving that rock back in, just cream. So that makes it a weak spot. Here's the power trowel. On the garage floor I used a 2-footer with a pan. Now this one I'm using the 3-footer. Here I am catching the edge on the left. Doug's on the power trowel. Here's a nice 5-foot wide Fresno, which are nice to use because it keeps it, gets it flat. If you were to skip the Fres and go straight to a funny trowel, you might have some more bird bass here and there, but the Fresno catches those, and sometimes it fills it, but it lets you know where they are, so you could fill them by hand if you had to. So Jacob, he's here. He's pulling the hangers, the bolt hangers off, and then putting them back in a bucket so they can be reused again. So the plan here is the power trowel, and then funny trowel behind it, and then just catch the edges. That'll be the finished product at this point. And then around the perimeter, we're digging out the concrete while it's still soft enough so we can move it away from the form, so that when we do strip it, the forms will come out much easier. Here's Steve trying out the 3-footer. Not a lot of people have used these electric power trowels like this, and I think everyone had a chance to use it on this job, and I think they all liked it. They were surprised. Yeah, Greg ran it a little while, Steve ran it, Doug ran it, and got the job done. Oh, here's Greg now on the power trowel. He was really impressed with it, actually. He was like amazed with the power of it. So you can see that there's no joints visible right now, but we do have control joints in there. They're just closed up. All right, I'm back at a job site that I poured, and this is about 2 weeks later. This is where we're at. Remember those control joints we cut in here and then we creamed over them? I want to show you how well they worked. And this floor is going to get stained and sealed, so this type of cracking nice and straight like that with stain and sealer, it's going to look really good for an interior floor. Look at that. Every joint worked just like we wanted it to. Take a look at that. Here's Brian, the homeowner. He's a DIY guy. He's framing up his garage right now. Take a look at that. He's got all of his trusses right over here. But he's running this whole project. And how's it going anyway, Brian, for you?
It's going good.
Is it? Yeah. Have you ever did this before?
I was a general contractor about 20 years ago, so.
Oh yeah, so this is.
I'm a little bit rusty, but things are coming along with
I don't know how
Kenny's
he does
good
it.
tutelage.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it. You know why?
Why?
He's got Drew over there, and he's like 100. And so to say that Brian's doing it,
And he can't hear you.
you
He
can.
can't hear
I know
you.
he can't hear. But to say that Brian's doing it, you can tell he was once a general contractor. Because
Yeah.
here he is over here with a beer in his hand, like another general contractor, and Drew's doing the work.
Yeah.
You ought to go interview Drew.
That's a good
He's
point.
a worker.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and have a good day. And let me know what you think about that garage floor pour and what really happened there. Thanks. Bye.
Odell, complete concrete. Odell, complete